Hello, today I'm making a sponge cake with apples. We call it шарлотка. For that we need 3 eggs, half cup of sugar, half cup of flour, half teaspoon of cornstarch, 3 apples. Two apples could be any kind of your choice, but one, make sure it has a red skin. It looks much better because this apple I will use for decoration. So now I will start with separating egg whites from egg yolks, like in a regular sponge cake. These should be absolutely dry, very clean and dry. Also the bitters should be clean and dry. That's important. 1 drop of water will ruin everything. And now I will start separating egg whites from egg yolks. Make sure your shells, eggs are absolutely dry. See, make sure there's no moisture on the eggshells as well. So now I'm going to separate it, and I will start beating egg whites using my hand mixer. I'm making it with 3 eggs because I'm using a small baking dish. My baking dish is 6 1/4 inch diameter, or about 16 centimeters. Here are my egg whites. See, they're completely beaten, so this is the right consistency, and it takes about 3 minutes, by the way, with a hand mixer. Now into these egg whites I will start adding sugar little by little, and I will continue mixing it. So this is egg whites with sugar. See, another 3 minutes actually it took. And the next are the egg yolks. I will still use my hand mixer. One tip while you're using hand mixer: move your hand mixer always in one direction, preferably anti-clockwise, or if you choose to do clockwise, do all the time the same way. Do not switch clockwise to anti-clockwise. I found that affects actually sponge cake. Now I won't need my hand beaters anymore. Flour and cornstarch I will mix together, so cornstarch goes in there. And now I will sift flour directly into my dough, little by little. In little portions. And I will mix it. So I will fold flour with the cornstarch into the dough, just like that. Next portion. My oven is preheating to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. I forgot about vanilla extract, so I added it now, but it doesn't really matter at which step. You can add it right after the egg yolk or together with egg yolks, vanilla extract. The dough is ready. Now I have to take care of apples. First of all, I will cut this apple kind of half circles. Try to make it as thin as you can. So thinly slice it. See how thin they are? And soft. So now I will transfer them into the microwave dish. sprinkle it with a little bit of sugar. I will do it in two different dishes, so in this plate and in here. In microwave about 10-15 seconds until they're completely soft and foldable. Each microwave is a little different, so you have to pulse it. Start with the 10 seconds and then you'll see how much to add. Okay? So now it goes into microwave, one plate at a time, of course, one dish at a time. Now I'm going to peel these two apples and slice them in just cubes, and maybe cut them in the cubes, and I will place them at the bottom of this baking dish. So two apples peeled and cut at the bottom. I peeled and cut them into roughly this size pieces. Bottom of the baking dish I covered with parchment paper and buttered it and added these apples. Now over these apples I'm going to add all my dough, sponge dough. Now here is a trick that I'm used to evenize the level. I gently twist it. Now the decoration, apple decoration. In my microwave it took me a minute and a half to make apples soft. See how soft they are? So, and I will try to fold them into the roses, and I'll show you how I do it. So first I have to dry them a little bit on the paper towel. I'm going to arrange them and overlap them, basically. That's how I'm arranging them. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit wet. Or 5. 5 of them. And now I'm going to fold them. All 5 of them. See? And it goes into the center. Now next, the little one, I usually put it in the center, just very little. I will place here just to make sure it looks like a rose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 usually, that's the best. And that's, I am folding them again to form a rose. See? So goes in here, another rose, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fold them. Holding them together, place them here into the dough. That's it. The leftovers, you can just make a little borders here and there. You can fold them individually, the leftovers, and place them in between, just like that. All done, and now this goes into preheated at 320 degrees oven for about 1 hour. My baking dish is very tall. Here is apple sponge cake or charlotka. You can see the swirls. Total time baking was about, it's still hot, 45 minutes at 320 degrees. This high cake. So it is very hot. Normally sponge cakes should sit in the baking dish about 8 hours. That's the best for the sponge cake. But nobody can wait, so I will take it out now. And of course I will sprinkle it with confectioner's sugar on the top. There's apples, of course, it's moist at the bottom. Done. And now I will cut it, just a piece out. Here it is. That's an apple layer, sponge, and apples on the top. It's a delicious, very soft, beautiful cake. Thank you for watching. Bye.